It's time now for Down on the Corner with Dale Hoffman, North Central Arkansas's premier news talk program. Brought to you by Sears Hometown Store, locally owned and operated right here in Mountain Home.
Good morning, North Central Arkansas and Southern Missouri. It is Wednesday, May 13th, 2020 at 7 a.m. and welcome to Down on the Corner program.
It's Wednesday. It's hump day.
Hey, 2 more to go.
The only day that most people work.
Yeah.
You spend Monday and Tuesday warming up for Wednesday. I mean, you don't want to rush it. And then Wednesday you work hard, and then you spend Thursday and Friday kind of winding down for the weekend.
I know. Hump day. Here we
go. Hump day.
Middle of May. I think it was warmer when I put up my Christmas tree in December than what's been in May. Remember Christmas Day, how hot it was?
Yeah, I do. Today's not bad, but yesterday was a little chilly.
Showing 50 degrees. I don't think, did we ever hit 50 yesterday? I don't think so. I think 48, 49 degrees. Anyway, good morning, everybody. Welcome Down on the Corner program. Dale Hoffman, host, along with Scooter Callis, who's in the director's chair. I guess today's going to be Dennis Dunderdale from Arkansas Game and Fish. Got him scheduled 2 times this month because we got so much stuff to talk about. 2 times. And so, Dennis be on here just a few today.
What's that? I can't do my trumpet thing today. I'm a little froggy.
Oh, I was counting on you. He's going to wind up.
And I can't do it.
Have you heard him lately?
No.
Oh, I'm right on.
Have you been practicing?
Oh, God.
No. No, believe me.
I love it.
Remember that episode in MASH where they run over Winchester's French horn?
Yes.
We're getting close.
I think it's Dale's turn to try to do it.
Not really.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll
I got to wait for the cue to say, morning weather brought to you by,
And then you go right into it.
You go right in.
It just, you already got the flow and the
moving right along. Down on the corner.
He's not the Mills Brothers quality.
Yeah, not the Mills Brothers. Yeah, there you go. Down on the Corner is brought to you by your hometown Sears store at 1029 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home, 425-3191. The very best in home appliances, home entertainment, lawn care equipment, and tools and other items. I keep that a secret because I want you to come down and visit your hometown Sears store right here in Mountain Home. If you're up in Howell County or Ozark County, Missouri, come on down and shop at Sears. You're looking for a fine deal on some appliances. Can't beat it. And then they've got their agreement plans for service agreements. They service all makes and models of lawn care equipment. And
doesn't matter that it's a Sears product. They will service equipment that's out there.
And they do it right here in Mountain Home. They don't ship it off to Timbuktu or wherever.
I went by there yesterday, and it's fun to go by there. I don't know if you've been by there in a little while.
Haven't been in there a while.
But JR and his staff, they're just funny. I mean, they just go in and you have a good time while you're looking around and shopping. And they are packed. They have got so much stuff in there right now.
Really?
I mean, from appliances to mowers to weed eaters to pressure washers, you name it, they have it stacked in there. If you're looking for something and they don't have it, he can get it to you right away, but he's probably going to have it.
I don't know of anybody that works harder to serve the local people than they do at Sears. I mean, They just bend over backwards. Open Monday through Saturday. They do a great job. Call them at 425-3191. Stop by 1029 Highway 62 East in Mountain. Up on the hill behind Wendy's or just out in front of Physical Therapy Connection, just to the east of Orchlands. If you pull in Orchlands parking lot, you just go back over there, and it's easy parking, easy in, easy out. I mean, you can't beat Sears. Love Sears. Great products. And once again, they're at 1029 Highway 62 East. Call them at 425-3191. Your hometown Sears store right here in Mountain Home.
There was a couple in there where I was in there buying a washer and dryer, and they went through and did all the paperwork and ordered their washer and dryer, and he says, all right, my truck will be back here in a little bit. We'll have it delivered. I mean, it was going to be within an hour or so. They were going to have it put in their house.
Incredible.
It's just awesome.
Yeah, that's great. Visit your local hometown Sears store right here in Mountain Home, 1029 Highway 62 East, or call them at 425-3191. Dennis and I are enjoying Brewed Awakening Coffee. You can do the same thing. 2 locations open to the public right now, Bomber Boulevard and 62 East Plaza. They do have the coffee shop in the hospital, but it's still quarantined. Somebody said pulled a prank on them at the hospital. If you're sick, stay out.
Wait a minute.
If you're sick, stay home.
Don't call us, we'll call you.
Yeah. Oh, we got to poke a little fun at Baxter Regional. I tell you what, they do a great job at Baxter Regional. That's where Brewed Awakening Coffee has a little coffee shop in the main lobby right there. But right now, closed to the public. From last I heard, I have not been updated on that. So precautionary measures, just go through the drive-thrus at Bomber Boulevard, 62 East Plaza, and you can enjoy the best coffee in town. Brewed Awakening, they've got the mochas, the lattes, the what we call the foo-foo coffees, French vanilla, the pumpkin spice, and
Foo-foo coffee.
you know, they've even got peanut butter.
I'm not so sure
I
I could
don't
get into
think
peanut
so.
butter
Yeah,
flavored
next
coffee.
should be wild onion or something. You know.
Right.
Check
Skunk
out
cabbage brew.
Probably sell it.
wild onion and cabbage coffee. That'd be great.
Yeah, they'd probably sell it. Right.
Mike and his staff do a great job at all three locations. Right now, Bomber Boulevard and 62 East Plaza are ready to serve you. They are drive-thrus, and they're ready to help you with the best coffee in town. Brewed Awakening, they've been with us for quite a while. You know, back in the radio days, they sponsored the show and supplied us with coffee, and appreciate Mike and his staff for all they do. Brewed Awakening Coffee, the best coffee in town. If you're not drinking Brewed Awakening, you're just drinking muddy water. And so, Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas, bring the morning prayer with all our respect. Roller Funeral Homes, 29 in the state to serve you, with one in Memphis, Tennessee. Here in Mountain Home, you talk to Brad, Bruce, Charlotte, Chris, anyone out there can help you. There may be more people have come in since I've been out there to visit with them. And professional, caring, loving, and understanding. Emergency situation, let them handle it. Do your pre-planning, whatever it may be. Roller Funeral Homes. They understand what you're going through, and they can handle it very well. Dealt with it with Mom back in 2018. No issues. I mean, it just went like clockwork. Here's the papers. It's what we need. Done. Deal. Handled. No problems there.
Bob's back.
He is.
Bob's back.
He left something here. Ooh, that's not
he
good.
left his phone.
Anybody need a spare cell phone? We got one.
Don't worry. If you leave anything, we sell it for profit.
Roller Funeral Homes, with all our respect. And let's pause now for our morning prayer. Once I pick my glasses up out of the floor so I can read it.
I'm going to zoom in for that part.
Thank you, Scooter. Let's pause now for the morning prayer. Heavenly Father, seems like these days with the COVID-19 virus just drag on. Every newscast floods us with virus stuff. Lord, as a free people, we can tolerate this for so long, but we're running it into the ground. Stores have placed markers on the floor telling us just where and how to walk. Yes, the virus is serious, and I pray all who are ill recover. But stats show 98% of the world's population cases are mild and not severe. Lord, I pray you let us learn from this to put our trust in you, not just 50 or 70%, but 100% trust in Jesus Christ. Lord, heal those that are ill and protect those that are healthy. But I pray you end the virus. That's my prayer today. Amen. Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas, bring morning prayer each and every day with all our respect. Roller Funeral Homes. Wait, let me get my helmet.
But you're doing it. What are you
Da,
talking
da,
about?
da.
Oh, that's terrible.
And yours?
Da, 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 the weather.
That's better.
See?
Yeah, okay.
So you got to get excited.
Okay.
Da, da, da. I got to cut it. You got to get excited.
That's the best
about
one
it.
he's had yet.
It's the weather.
Morning weather brought to you by the Z-Team. Bob and Linda's the door for all your real estate needs. 870-405-0793. RetiredArkansas.net.
You know, Linda Zadora is probably going to call me or text me and ask me never to let you do that again.
Good. Good. I'll bring my duck call back. Hey, we got a little bit of fog between the two counties. You see a little bit of the river there at the lower part of the screen. We got some fog on the White River. You're looking into Cotter, Arkansas. Actually, looking in the fog over Cotter, Arkansas at the moment.
Here's what it should look
That's
like.
what it should look like, yeah. 90% of the time it looks like that. The White River, of course, separates Marion County from Baxter County. You got the Highway 62 412 bridge on the left side of the screen. Mountain Home would be on the right horizon. And you can catch part of the Missouri state line if you look really close with some really strong glasses right there in the center. And you can go to retiredarkansas.net throughout the day. You can watch the river, watch the fishermen, anything going on the White River in Cotter. Bob and Linda's Adore, the award-winning Z-Team, at 870-405-0793. They invite you to check out the website, retiretoarkansas.net. They need listings. We're down around 450 listings. They had $5.5 million in real estate sold last week.
Yeah, so
And
if
they've
you
got
don't think
60 some
homes
odd
are,
pendings, and
if
so
you
they
don't
need.
think homes are being sold right now, you are crazy. They
You know,
can't
the
keep
internet's
enough
hot with
in.
this stuff. I mean, people are not driving, you know, but I guarantee you folks are fed up in Chicago and New York and other places. They're looking for rural areas, you know, and so I'm sure rural parts of Kansas, Nebraska, and Missouri are about the same way. But right here in north central Arkansas, southern Missouri, they're ready to serve you.
And it's as simple as a phone call. All
It's
you
as
got to
simple as a
do
phone
is
call.
call them. They're going to come out and they're going to take a look at the home. If there's anything little that needs to be done, they'll let you know.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that's about all you got to do. They're going to
Yep.
take care of it. They're going to take the photos. They're going to do the internet stuff. They're going to do everything you need to get your home out there where people are seeing it.
That's how they get the awards.
Yep.
Customer service. Bob and Linda's the door of the award-winning Z team at 870-405-0793, and they're ready to serve you today. The team is assembled and ready from Calico Rock and Melbourne area to Marshall, all the way up into Missouri. You know, they can help you cross the state line. Just nothing holding back.
The
They're
thing
ready
with
to go.
the Z team, exactly that. There is a team.
There is a team.
And it doesn't cost anymore to have a team working for you. So you're better off having a team that knows what they're doing. They specialize in their own things, and they can get you out there. They can get
There
you
you
on
go.
that market. They can get you where people are seeing your home. And like I said, a lot of these homes are active contingent, which means
Mm-hmm.
they've already under contract before they even hit the MLS.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
now's the time.
You know, you can muddle around with the others, but if you want action, call the Z team. They get it done.
Yep.
They get it done. 870-405-0793, retiredoarkansas.net. The Z team brings you the morning weather each and every day. We finally hit 50 degrees. Look at this. And it's only May 13th. I mean, you think we're in Canada or something. Or Boston, right? 50 in Mountain Home, 49 at Harrison, 53, wow, in Batesville, 51 at Salem, 50 at Calico Rock, 52 at Flippin, 54 at Marshall, 51 in West Plains. St. Louis is at 50. Wow, we've matched St. Louis. 52 at Poplar Bluff, 49 in Springfield, and 39 in Watford City.
Yeah.
Put on the trunks and get in the swimming pool.
Heat wave for
39
them.
in Watford City, North Dakota. Wow.
39 for the crazy people that live up there.
Hey, that's where our oil's being pumped.
I know. It's still crazy people that live up there. And I appreciate you doing it.
National radar, we got rain on the map all across the country. We'll start in the western part of the country from Vancouver, British Columbia, down through Seattle, Portland, where it normally rains every day, down to Eureka, California. We got northern Idaho, southern Idaho, northern Utah, Wyoming, Montana, the Dakotas with some rain showers right now, Minnesota getting some, northern Nebraska. Cut down into our part of the country, a little bit in Texas, Oklahoma, and Kansas. Looks like we have some heavy showers there in east of Wichita. Arkansas, Louisiana, Tennessee, the Carolinas, and it's just kind of a rainy May. Take a look around here over at Wichita real quick. We'll zoom in on this. We have a pretty good line of heavy rain from Newton, east of Newton, Kansas, east of Wichita, down to Arkansas City, down into Ponca City, Bartlesville, Oklahoma, all the way down just east of Oklahoma City. And so over here in Arkansas, not much going on right now, just scattered showers throughout the region. Most of the highways are clear. 62 412 east, you might hit a light shower there. A little bit to the southwest of Jonesboro. Overall, your highways are clear. 62 412, Highway 65, 67 167 across the state. Your interstates are 30, 40, 49, 55, 555, and 530 down around Pine Bluff. Interstate 55 going from Memphis to Blytheville up into Missouri. You're going to hit some showers there on I-55, Highway 67, 160, and 60 around Poplar Bluff, all the way over to about the West Plains there. I can't even find West Plains under that glob. We got a lot of shower activity in south central Missouri. Once again, your highways 60, 160, 67. I forgot US 61 is in there along with Interstate 55. Dyersburg, Tennessee, Interstate 155 to Jackson, and I-40 is a little bit affected right there.
Your phone's pinging, by the way.
Yeah, let's see who's doing that.
Just letting you know.
Ding! He heard it in the headphones. A little bit of I-40.
Everybody heard it on their TV.
Yes.
Ding! That's my pet peeve is the phone going off.
Ding! Oh, most people don't. I'm on TV right now, so okay, we'll turn it off. Anyway, most of Missouri clear with the exception of southeast Missouri. I-55 going to St. Louis. A lot of shower activity between Blytheville, Poplar Bluff, and Cape Girardeau. Very little on I-44, nothing in I-70. Over in Illinois, we got a little bit on I-64 from East St. Louis, Illinois, east on 64 towards Mount Vernon. For some reason, I-64 has disappeared on this map. They've changed it. It's not even.
They got rid of it.
They got rid of it. I guess I-64 don't exist.
It's quarantine.
It's quarantine. Yeah. Anyway, light showers in southern Illinois. Okay, on the national map, let's see. We got some fog in Oklahoma, Texas, Nebraska, and Kansas, and a little bit in Colorado. And that's some. We got a flood watch box in the Chicago area. Some freezing advisories up in the northeast part of the country. Flood watch box, flood advisory in southwest Missouri. So other than that, we're in pretty good shape. Here we go. Rain, 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 rain. Today, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, we go from a 40 to a 20 to a 10, back to a 30, 50, 70, 20, 50, 90, 80, and 70 between now and Sunday. So it might be a good idea to check the windshield wipers. Check your brake lights, tail lights, and stuff like that, because we're going to have some rain. We range in temperatures today. We're supposed to hit 76 degrees, 81 on Thursday, 77 on Friday, 79 on Saturday, and 78 on Sunday. But we do have rain all throughout the week, like I say, ranging from a 10% chance all the way up to a 90% chance on Saturday. Should be a rainy, soggy weekend, and so make plans accordingly. Oh, let's see, with all the rain, I'm going to check Current River at Donovan, see if it came up. Look at that. Look at that spike right there.
They're expected it to spike.
Yep, they're expecting it to spike. It's going from about 3.94 feet to 7.8. And that's Current River at Donovan, Missouri. I'll go back over here and check it because Current River feeds into the Black over at Pocahontas. I need to, yeah, there's Van Buren right there. Yeah, they're expecting it to spike over there at Van Buren, too. Wow.
Well, that's just a hair under flood stage.
Boy, it is.
Well,
yeah.
that's action stage. You still got a little while before they actually consider.
So what that
flood,
will do, so we'll check Batesville.
Oh, I
so
see.
they're expecting, look, they're expecting it to go from 9.5, 10.3 today through tomorrow at Batesville, White River. So White River's going to be coming up. So keep an eye on those rivers, and you can go to www.
Kill some of the fishing. They just seem like they stop biting when the water starts rising.
Oh yeah. So that's how you check your. You can check your river levels right there. You go to weather.gov and look at river flooding, and they'll bring that up. Checking iDrive Arkansas, we have an incident over here on I-40 East. It's not marked as an accident. It just says other. And it's on Highway 131 in Lee County. Other than that, we're in pretty good shape. You can see a little bit of the rain in the northeast part of the state. State of Missouri, we do have a flood watch box here on, come on, Highway T. Eastbound and westbound closed due to flooding. This is just across the state line in Missouri. I think that'd be accessible on Highway 201, which they also have the bridge closed between Arkansas and Missouri up there at Lick Creek. So before you travel, check iDrive Arkansas, Missouri Department of Transportation for all your road conditions. And of course, all the rain in southeast Missouri is going to change here in a little bit. Allergy sufferers today, 5.4. Mulberry, oak, and walnut. Tomorrow will be a 10.7.
Back up tomorrow.
Yep. And real quick, I think we got 33 COVID-19. I checked it a little while ago. We've got 5, 6, 12, 20.
Yeah, but what's active?
28, huh?
Active cases.
Active?
Yeah, those are logged cases from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Many of which have recovered, so which ones are still active?
6 and 6, so there's none, or 5 and 5 for us, so there's none here.
Okay, no active there.
I think Izzard's got some that are still active.
5.
Yeah, they still got 5 still active.
Yeah, so out of the 6 counties, there was 33 with 5 active, so we're doing pretty good shape. Real quick, oil price, $25.70, down just a little bit. WTI's Western Texas International. All right, we're a little bit behind at 7:19. Dennis Dunderdale's our guest, Arkansas Game and Fish. So we're going to be right back after the break. Dennis is going to join us.
Did you know when you shop at Sears Hometown Stores, you are supporting your local community? That's right. Your local Sears Hometown Store is locally owned and operated by one of your neighbors. Their store offers the best of what Sears has to offer with the top brands and appliances, tools, and lawn and garden. They also offer great financing options that work no matter what you need. Remember to stop by your local Sears Hometown store today and support a local member of your community.
Hi, it's Bob Zadora, the Z-Team at Century 21 Lemac Realty, 1024 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. As you know, we are all facing some unusual times. Be calm. Be smart. Business world of real estate will continue. We may have some delays and some changes that are out of our control, but life will go on, and this too will pass. Give thanks for this wonderful country that we live in. Give thanks for the neighbors that we share. If there's anything we can do to give you a hand, give us a call. 870-405-0793. And check out our website, retiredoarkansas.net.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment. Their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
Take a step back in time when going to a barbershop meant more than just getting a haircut. Come into Legionnaire Barbershop today, a unique gentleman's barbershop. Get back in style with 2 experienced licensed barbers who are trained in tonsorial arts and lock removal and are happy to give you a straight razor shave. Legionnaire Barbershop is veteran-owned and operated and located at 1041 Highland Circle, Suite 55 in Mountain Home. For a full, old-fashioned barbershop experience, stop by Legionnaire Barbershop today.
Hi, I'm Benny with Ammo Dump.
At Ammo Dump, they carry new and used firearms, large supply of shotguns, rifles, and handguns. Ammo Dump will buy, sell, or trade in your item and can special order whatever you like. They also have knives, scopes, ammo of any caliber, and provide gun cleaning and restoration. Call them today for the best competitive pricing around.
If I don't have it or can't get it because I don't make it, come and see us.
That's Ammo Dump, located next to Woodman's Package in Norfolk.
At MSI, they're not just another trash service. They're your friendly, family-owned and operated trash service, providing residential, commercial, and roll-off pickup. MSI offers competitive rates and services 5 counties in the north central Arkansas area. Various dumpster sizes available for commercial and accommodating you with weekly pickup for your convenience. Call Tammy or Kathy today at MSI. MSI Trash Service, small enough to know you and large enough to service you.
$723, Dennis Dunderdale's here from Arkansas Game and Fish. Welcome back.
Well, it's
2
good.
times a
It's
month.
good to be
Remember that?
back. Well, you know that's excellent. Actually, I mean we've got so much material.
Gosh, yeah.
We could probably do it. I don't want to jinx anything, but we could probably do a weekly show and not run out of things to talk about. Not that I'm proposing that. I know you've got a lot of other guests that want to get on too. But anyway, we do have a lot to talk about today. Mainly fishing theme related items, but a few other things I want to talk about first. But for fishing, now this isn't until next month, but June 12th through the 14th.
Okay.
Which is the second, that's the weekend.
Second Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
That's right. And that's free fishing weekend.
Really?
And that's always, it's not necessarily the second weekend because people associate that with starting Friday, but it's the weekend of the second Saturday, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's always that. So you can put that on your annual calendar if you want. Starts at noon on Friday and goes right up until the end of Sunday night. So anybody in state, out of state, doesn't matter. Young, old, fish anywhere statewide, no license, no trout permit. You don't need a trout permit either. So we want to encourage folks to go wet a line, as we used to say back
Wow.
then. And that's the whole point of that. And of course, we're hopeful that after you do, you'll realize how much fun it was, and then you'll go buy a license. We do have an ulterior motive, but the real motive is to get folks out and to get them fishing. That's really kind of what it's about. Now, typically, we associate that weekend with all kinds of fishing derbies all over the state. At just about every game and fish facility that has a fishery of some kind, even the little catfish pond we have over at the Fred Berry Center, or the Spring River Hatchery. We're going to talk about that. I'm going to show a little video about the hatchery later on. But we actually open the hatchery up for folks to come in and fish the hatchery ponds.
Really?
Yeah. This year, we can't do that because of the COVID-19. But hopefully next year we'll be right back at it again, and we'll just have to wait and see how that goes. But anyway, the free fishing weekend is still on, but any of the associated events at the game and fish facilities are not still on. I can't speak to some of the organizations who used to have derbies, like I know the Friends of the River. Was it Friends of the River?
Friends of Norfolk Fish Hatchery?
I think it was Friends of the Hatchery used to have a derby.
It was Leon Alexander.
That's right, at the Norfolk, yeah. I suspect that they're not doing that since the hatchery's involved, and that's a federal thing. But I haven't heard officially. I'm just assuming that they're canceling that for this year.
That used to be quite the event.
Oh, I'm telling you, yeah.
I mean, I remember back, Leon came into the radio station years ago and was talking about that. We had like 75, 80 kids. Within 3 years, they were running almost 300 people out there.
Right.
Because they had all kinds of activities for the kids.
They did, yep. And they'd
Was that dry run?
No, they didn't fish dry run. They actually fished the actual river.
They did?
Yeah, they would set up in the parking lot where Dry Run Creek comes into the river.
Is that right?
Up just below the dam there.
Yeah.
And they would, that's where they'd kind of set up. They'd quartered that off and got permission to shut that down for the day for, vehicles wanting to launch their boats and all. And they would also set up a little kiddie pond, like an artificial pool, and put some trout in there for the little little ones, the toddlers, and let them, put a piece of corn on a hook, and, and the kids would
little barbless hook there.
Yeah.
Well, they use a number 4, small number 4.
Probably smaller than that. They probably I think for those little ones, I don't know, maybe an 8.
An 8?
Or a 10 even, maybe.
Oh, wow.
I know typically, in fact, there's a great article. I know I'm jumping all over there's a great article on our website, on the front page of our website, which is www.agfc.com. Real simple to remember. AGFC is Arkansas Game Fish Commission, agfc.com. There's, we're putting some feature stuff up there, but good friend of mine, Chuck Long, who's the regional educator up in the Northeast, lives up in Marmaduke, wrote a really interesting article about fish hooks. Now, who'd have thought you could put 700 words into an article on fish hooks? But he did, and it's right there on the front page.
I tried. I've got a video queued up. I can't go to it.
No, that's okay. It's getting to the point on fishing hooks is the name of it. But anyway, I digress. I just wanted to point that article out to folks. But anyway, the trout have a smaller and softer mouth, so you don't want to use a big number 2 that you would for catfish or something. But anyway, typically they'd use most trout fishermen are going to use a number 10 maybe. Fly fishermen use much smaller, 14, 18, 20, 24. Yeah, tiny stuff. Huh. But anyway, because the hooks are made so well, you can hold a pretty good sized fish with a real tiny. I've caught 30-inch fish on a size 18 hook. I mean, it's a 2020 club is kind of a little badge of honor for we catch a 20-inch fish on a number 20 hook.
Well, yeah.
So, yeah.
Wow.
Anyway, so that's the free fishing weekend, and that's still on. They're still come and enjoy the waters of Arkansas, and learn to do that. There's all kinds of good how-to stuff if you don't know how to fish, and sometimes those of us who fish a lot have a hard time realizing that there are people out there that just haven't been raised in that world. They don't quite know where to begin. They'd like to, or maybe they don't even know that they'd like to, but if they tried it, I guarantee you they'd like it. We have all kinds of things like how to rig a pole, how to put a worm on a hook, how to tie a hook onto a line. So there's a lot of really good basic, if you don't know how to get started, we'll help you get started kind of.
That tying the hook on the line, there's a certain knot.
There's about 12 certain knots, but there's a couple of basic knots. There's probably 3 knots. If you could learn those 3 knots, you can do anything you want to do fishing wise, pretty much.
And that way that hook won't.
You got to tie the hook to the knot. I mean the hook to the line, and then the line somehow has to get tied onto the reel, and then there's another one you can use for other things. But just even getting the hook on is a. If you can learn that knot, you'll be in pretty good shape. So we have a lot of good information on there. On that webpage is the our virtual nature center. Now, we covered that somewhat last month, and when we get to this video, in fact, let's do that video shortly. I don't know, how are we doing for break time?
Why don't we go ahead and take the break now at 7:30, and we'll come back, we'll introduce the video, because it's only 4 minutes long.
Right.
And they give us plenty of time in the second half of the show.
Right.
And, is that okay?
And the video features our fish hatchery. It's an Arkansas Game and Fish Hatchery up in Mammoth Spring.
Oh, it'll be pretty. It's going to be nice.
It's called the Jim
Hinkle,
Fish Hatchery. And and it's right there on the Spring River. And there's a story to tell about it. So we'll tell that story after we come back. But
break time. Be right back.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detailed services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, it's our desire that you think about finding a way to live your life to the fullest while living with a serious illness. If you ever need help and support, we provide a team of healthcare professionals and volunteers that will support your physical, emotional, and spiritual aspects of life while doing the same for your family and caregivers in the comfort of your own home or wherever you call home. When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, we hope that you grant us permission to walk on the journey with you. Your not-for-profit option since 1979.
At Letty's Mexican Restaurant, we are here to keep you safe during these difficult times, as well as serve you the best Mexican food in the area. That's why we have installed a convenient drive-through window for all your to-go and pick-up orders. Give us a call at 870-435-2532 to order your next meal, whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, and ask us about our daily specials for a low price to feed the whole family. Experience the best in Mexican cuisine. Letty's in Gassville. When you need durable and comfortable hospital scrubs stat, you need the Uniform Shop. The Uniform Shop is the place for top quality uniforms, carrying a great selection of name brands, including Carhartt, Vera Bradley, Urbane, and Grey's Anatomy, as well as shoes from Skechers, Nursemates, Softwalk, and Landau, stethoscopes from Littman, blood pressure cuffs, scissors, name tag retractables, compression socks, paramedic VDUs, and Rocky boots. The Uniform Shop also offers customizing, embroidery, and minor alterations. Let us put you in uniforms. Shop the Uniform Shop.
Driftwood Lanes. Fun happens here.
$7:34. More with Dennis, Dunderdale, Arkansas Game and Fish.
Why don't we show that video and then we'll talk about it a little bit when it's done.
Okay, this is called AGFC Trout Hatchery. It's based at Mammoth Springs, Arkansas, on the Spring River, right?
Correct.
Are we ready, Scooter?
I'm ready.
All right, here we go.
The Jim Hinkle Spring River State Fish Hatchery is one of 5 commission-operated fish hatcheries in the state. We're the only cold water hatchery, so we're responsible for raising rainbow trout for distribution into the Arkansas rivers and streams. The hatchery was actually donated to the commission in 1985 from the Kroger Company, the grocery store chain. The water source for the hatchery is actually Mammoth Spring, which forms Spring River. Temperature is critical. Our temperature averages anywhere from about 54 to 64 degrees. That's ideal for rainbow trout growth. Our dissolved oxygen rate is really high, like 8 or 9 parts per million. So water clarity is good. So yeah, all those things are important in terms of producing a healthy rainbow trout. We receive eyed rainbow trout eggs from the Fish and Wildlife Service. They're placed in specially designed hatching jars where from 7 to 10 days, with the water temperature about 58 degrees, they'll begin to hatch. Once they hatch, we call them sack fry. Once the yolk sac is absorbed, we call the fish fry, and it's very important that we introduce feed as quickly as possible once that yolk sac is absorbed. We feed them a high-protein trout feed, and they'll grow about 3/4 to a 1/2 inch a month. Raise them up to about 3 inches, then we're ready to transfer them outside into what we call raceways. They're rectangular vats. They'll hold between 15 and 25,000 fish. We feed them 3 times a day. They're just like us. We try to give them a breakfast, lunch, and a dinner, and we're always striving to get a nice uniform fish. From the raceways, from a 3 inch to we raise them up to about 8 inches, then they're ready to transfer into our round tanks called silos. They're a steel tank, about 13.5 feet deep, 17 feet in diameter, and about 22,000 gallons. And these tanks will hold about 15,000 fish. We have it's a hydraulic fish pump where we take a crowder and we'll push those fish into that pump, and it has a non-clog impeller. It's real smooth on the inside, and those fish, as they're pushed into the pump, are pumped up, and then they just go into the fish truck. A typical day, we're sending out anywhere from 8 to 10,000 fish. The majority of our fish are stocked below Bull Shoals tailwaters, but we also stock Spring River, Little Red River. During the winter months, we go down to Lake Greason, the Washita tailwaters, and we also provide all the trout for the family and community fishing program. Statewide, we stock, in connection with the Fish and Wildlife Service, around 2.4 million trout. That includes rainbows, brooks, cutthroats, and brown. Our responsibility, we're right at about 1 million fish that we stock annually into the state waters. You think about it, you're the parents to these fish to some extent. I mean, you're responsible for the care and nurturing that they receive while they're at your facility. It's incredibly rewarding to think that you've been part of raising a fish that has a high value to anglers in the state. I mean, the trout fishery is estimated to bring in $180 million annually. We sell around 165,000 trout permits. And so, yeah, I mean, it's rewarding to think that we're playing a very small role in recreational fishing here in Arkansas. So, yeah, it's pretty cool.
Wow.
Who knew?
Whoa. There you go. That's cool. That was good.
Now, I don't know. I want to make a comment about the capacities that's Melissa Jones. She's the hatchery manager up there. Super nice woman. And where am I here? 2017, I want to say, they had a major flood up there. I don't know if you recall that or not, but it really did some serious damage.
A lot of that area was flooded in 17.
Yeah.
Current, 11 Point, Jack's Fork, Black. Mm-hmm. A lot of,
Yeah. And our hatchery is located, a lot of people think that we're the hatchery that's right there at the intersection of Route 9 and
63.
63, is that it? Yeah. That's not us. That's a federal hatchery that's in there. Our hatchery is located at what's called Dam Site 3, which is about 1.5 miles if you turn right onto 63. If you're coming in from Salem on 9, turn right and head south on 63. It's about 1.5 miles or something like that. off of 63 there. There's a good sign. But anyway, just to let folks know, now for the duration of COVID-19, it's not open to the public. But otherwise, you can go in there and walk around. Now you can't go walking, down into the ponds, but they'll give little tours or go in, and there's a little reception area there where they have some displays and talk about how they do what they do. And it's really best, if you want to get a good tour, call in advance and see if you can make an appointment to go in and have them actually take you around and show you. And we do that with school groups and that sort of thing. That hatchery was donated. It used to be where the Kroger supermarket chain, where they would raise their fish to sell in their supermarkets.
Is that right?
And then back in the 80s, I think they realized that it was a whole lot cheaper for them to outsource that and to buy that from contractors or other fish hatcheries. And so they donated it to us so that we could raise our fish there. And I don't know what the terms of that deal were, but that's how we came to have that. When we had that flood, we lost a lot of capacity. They've had, they pretty much had to rebuild most of the tanks, silos, and raceways. And I don't know what level of capacity they're back to now. I mean, they're raising fish, but not to the degree that they can once they're fully operational. So we, really try to support that and make sure that they stay healthy so that the fish can stay healthy, and on we go. Speaking of trout, because of the reduction in capacity, we've had to go buy fish from the Crystal River hatchery up in Ava, Missouri,
really,
which is a commercial hatchery. Now we also get fish and a lot of fish from the national hatchery down at Norfolk, and that's a federal hatchery. U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service runs and operates that, as they do the one over at
Heber Springs,
JFK. Yeah, over in Heber at JFK. So last year we bought, 60,000, I want to say 60,000 trout. And they just put about 10,000 in. And what they did last year, this hatchery has been developing a strain of golden rainbows. And I want to bring that up because a lot of folks will catch we put about, I don't know how many thousand they put in there, 5,000 or something like that, put in last year, and they just put another 5,000 in this year. So you'll see these golden trout. Now, folks think that those are the California golden trout, which is a totally separate species.
Really?
These are actually a rainbow trout with all of the same DNA of a rainbow trout, except they have a color variation.
Huh.
Okay, so they're golden. Sometimes they're whitish, sometimes they're tan, sometimes they're a bright golden yellow. But they have that pink stripe going right down the side. And they're very popular. I mean, people are, we get calls all the time, hey, I caught a golden trout. Well, it's not a golden trout. It's actually a rainbow trout, golden color. But anyway, those are in the river, and if you catch them, they put some in Cotter and down by Norfolk and up by the dam, and so they spread them out. And so kind of see where you can go with that. What else can I tell you about that Spring River hatchery? She said she's good for about 1 million of the 2.5 million trout that go in. 2.5 million trout go into the Arkansas rivers, which mainly, and we do have the Little Missouri River down below Norris Dam, and that's down by Murfreesboro. But other than that, we have the Spring River, the White, the Norfolk, the Little Red, and the Little Mo. Am I forgetting one? Do they stock the Ouachita? I don't know. They might. They might seasonally stock that. And then there's some community fishing ponds like Ammons Lake we have over here. We'll put some fish in there, but just seasonally. They'll stay in there over the winter months. So then come this time of year, well, not this year, but normally this time of year that water starts to warm up. And so those fish are easier, they'll get caught, or they'll just, float to the surface, and birds or something else will get them. Usually they're pretty well fished out. That's a pretty popular place for people to go to catch fish. Oh, I know where the other place is over at Mirror Lake, over at Blanchard Springs, over in 56. So we have we have those hatches. Now that's only a handful of fisheries to support 2.5 million trout. That's that's a lot of fish. So we do, we put it out there, and the other thing that we're doing with trout is, once upon a time we were stocking smaller fish.
Really?
8 to 9. They're still catchable size, but 8 to 9 inch, which is not a very big fish, but for a little kid it's still fun. Now what we do is we put the same aggregate weight of fish, but we put them bigger, 11 inches, which is a little bit more of a catch, and that seems to be popular. Most folks seem to like that. Plus, those fish are a little bit more mature, a little bit hardier, a little bit more likely to survive. So,
I finally found it on the map.
Is that what you were clicking on over there? Yeah, I was wondering what you were doing.
I was wondering what you were doing, because he was sitting there through half his bill, and you guys were just staring at the computer. I'm like, what is going on?
So people know, if we can get that on the screen real quick. Here's where Highway 9 comes into Highway 63 right here at Mammoth Spring Park. Here's the National Fish Hatchery.
Right.
Just right across the highway. But the Jim Hinkle Spring River Park is down here, and it's just off of Highway 63 to the west of Highway 63, south of the Highway 9 junction. Arkansas-Missouri state line is right here.
Yeah.
I mean, literally at Mammoth Springs, you're
right
in very, very extreme northern Arkansas. You turn left, and you're in Missouri.
A little funny side anecdote there. We drive state-owned vehicles, and there's all kinds of policies that go with that. One of which is you can't take the vehicle out of state without supervisor's permission.
Oh, boy.
Okay, so, and that's reasonable. I can understand. They don't want you to, be driving up to Springfield or whatever.
Sure.
If you're out of state and they get a phone call, hey, what's Arkansas Game and Fish doing up here? They want to know. It's not that they won't let you. They just want to know. Well, when I was first here, because I went up there for I forget what, a derby or a program I was doing or something, and I had to buy gas. Well, your gas is over the state line.
It's on the state line. I mean, literally, that gas station there on the east side of Highway 63, part of it's in Arkansas, but the pumps are in Missouri. You can actually park in Arkansas, walk to the gas pump in Missouri.
Well, don't you know they caught the sales slip as being in a Missouri location. Now, the folks in Little Rock don't know that Thayer, Missouri and Mammoth Spring are like, Gassville and Cotter.
Yeah,
they're both right there. So I got a phone call. What were you doing in Missouri? I didn't even realize I was in. Well, I did, but anyway, it was kind of funny. So, yeah, it's that close to the state line.
Yeah, literally, we've stopped there before, and literally you can park at that. It's pretty good-sized building.
Yeah.
But you can literally park in Arkansas, and by the time you walk in the store, you're in Missouri.
That's right, yeah.
I mean, the parking lot is, it's funny, but yeah.
Yeah. So, anyway, let's see. The fishing derbies, they're canceled. The free fishing weekend, of course, that's not. The golden trout, we just stocked a bunch of rainbows and other trout, too. Now, our hatchery in Mammoth Spring, they only raise rainbow trout there. We don't raise browns or any of the other species. Those come from other places. A couple of other things a little bit related. This is actually sponsored by the Safe Boating Council. It's not a game and fish thing, but May 15th, is that a Friday?
It's this Friday.
It's this Friday. May 15th is Wear Your Life Jacket to Work Day.
Really?
Yes. And I just happened to catch that. You'll see that on.
I'll have one for Dan Hall. He's here.
There you go. Yeah, have one for him. So anyway, we're asking folks where just to kind of have fun with it. Really, there's no incentive or prize other than to partake in the fun. But anyway, take a picture of yourself wearing your life jacket at work and either post it on the Game and Fish Facebook page, AGFC Facebook page. If you're on Facebook, just search for AGFC, you'll find it, and post that picture up there. Or you can tweet it, with a hashtag of Life Jacket to Work. That's all one word, but LIFEJACKET 2 work. Anyway, so just kind of do that. It'll be good for giggles, I suppose. We'll just kind of see how many people do that. And speaking of on the website, couple of other things coming up. We are in the comment period until June, so we got a couple of weeks left. But we're in the final comment period for proposed regulation changes for hunting. And there's a point to all that.
Okay, guide me here and I'll put it up on the screen.
All right, let's see.
I'm on the home page, I think.
On the home page. Boy, I just saw it was easy to find this morning. I want to say on latest news. Maybe it's click more. I'll find that and then I'll come back to it. But it's
Let's grab the break.
I know it's right there in the opening.
Let's grab that
page
final break
somewhere.
and we'll come back.
Oh, okay. Let's do that.
We'll go ahead and take
because
a
I want to
break.
draw people's attention to that. That's important.
Be right back. When you're out of town, make sure your pet is with someone who will love them as much as you do. At 201 Pet Salon and Resort, your pet is cared for just as they would be at home. 201 Pet Salon and Resort is the only all-suite climate-controlled and air-filtered boarding facility in the area with private and spacious rooms to keep your pet relaxed. And with over 3/4 of an acre of fenced play area, your pet will receive the proper exercise they deserve. 201 also offers professional grooming services. Your best friend is in good hands at 201 Pet Salon and Resort in Mountain Home.
It takes the right gear to survive out here. Oh, there she is, Ferris. It's the best gear around. Strong as an ox. Safe as houses. Out back, there's one powerful beast. Awesome. 4-wheel suspension. Handles whatever Mother Nature throws at you. Designed to take the hard out of hard work and deliver all the power you could need. So if you want to tackle the great outdoors, get yourself a Ferris.
Get the only mower with suspension technology at Mower Warehouse in Mountain Home, where they accept mower trade-ins, have flexible financing options, and services all brands and models. That's Mower Warehouse, located on Buzzard Roost in Mountain Home.
When I grow up, I want to save lives, like a superhero, and show up when people needed me.
When I grow up, I want to do animations. I want to create characters that can fly.
No matter what it is you want out of life, there is a path to get there.
When I grow up, I don't know what I want to do when I grow up, but I know I want to go to college.
Arkansas State University Mountain Home. Take your first step at asumh.edu.
At Connor Family Funeral Home, our goal is to provide our friends and neighbors with caring, compassionate services at an affordable price. Connor Family is a full-service funeral home that offers a wide range of services to meet your family's needs and customs. We are the first on-site crematory in the area and provide many options to memorialize your loved ones and address all the details for a more personalized service. Where compassion and affordability meet, Connor Family Funeral Home in Mountain Home.
$7:53, finish out the program with Denis Dunderdale, Arkansas Game and Fish, and we're going to bring up the website so we can navigate through this.
Yeah, so if you go to the home page, just scroll down a little bit there, Dale. See under where it says latest news on the left side, click down where it says click for more. And now there's a whole list of those things, and it'll be the bottom one right there. Yeah, that's it. Ask AGFC, ask for input. Now, I'm not going to read that whole article, but here's what's going on. We've really been on a full court press to simplify and reduce the number of elements in our hunting regulations, and fishing too, for that matter. In fact, we're combining the trout and the fishing regs book, and we're coming out with new regs every other year instead of every year. So that'll help. But also in the hunting one, they're really working hard to kind of pare some of that down. We really want input from the general public or from the hunting public, anybody really. You don't have to be a license holder to comment. But we want you to go in there and read those, and there's a survey. It's a page-by-page survey. It'll take you about 15 minutes to go through it, and comment about what you like or don't like on each one of those regulation changes. Now, at the last commission meeting, they did table a few of them, and I'm not going to go through all of what they are. They're not, outstanding major ones. I guess to some people they might be. But those ones that are tabled, there's no need to comment on those. And it'll tell you that in the survey, so you won't get hung up wasting your time on commenting on a proposal that has been withdrawn or has been tabled. But the other ones in there, we really do want to know, what you're thinking. So there's too many to go into on this show. Maybe we could make a special show out of it. I'll tell you what we'll do is once that's all settled and those changes have been adopted and whatever they've approved, they'll approve some. They're getting ready to approve them at this month's meeting, which is this week. So I'm sorry.
You're right. You got to really know what you're doing when it comes to looking up rules and regulations, even for take deer hunting. You got state limits and requirements, zone requirements, and then if you're in a national forest or wildlife service, you got those requirements. So you're going through the book in multiple areas to find out.
Do they cross each other over?
Yeah. And you got to figure out, between all three exactly what you're legally allowed to do.
They don't typically contradict each other. It's not like the feds are saying you can do something and the state's saying you can't. It's not that. It's that you have to skip from one part of the book to the other and it'll refer you back. It's like reading footnotes in a college paper.
Yeah.
It's sort of like that. And that's what they're really working on, trying to eliminate. Anyway, I said they're going to approve that this week. It's actually at the June meeting, I do believe. I just want to make sure I got that right. Yeah, because they're accepting comments until June 1st, so the commission, they'll compile those comments, present them to the commission, and then the commission will vote on it at the June meeting, which is usually the third Wednesday and Thursday of the month. So they'll they'll get that all sorted out. And then after that's all said and done, then some of those rules will go into effect immediately, some will go in at the first of next year. But there'll be time for us to actually do a show on what those changes are. And maybe even have somebody from wildlife management come in and help explain or, do that sort of thing. So we have that. The other thing, June 1st is the deadline for applying for an elk hunting permit. And you do that on agfc.com as well. As a matter of fact, June
1st is a Monday. June 1st is on a Monday.
Yeah. And that you can click to right on the very front page of the homepage. You'll see the 2020 elk hunt permit application available. Just click that and it'll take you to. Cost you $5 to apply. It's not refundable. But the reason for that is we used to get tons and tons and tons of people apply. They'd get drawn and then would never even bother to come and pick that up or to go, and it was just folks clicking because they thought they were getting something for free, and it was really hurting the chances of folks that wanted the permit. So we didn't think $5 was too much of an impact, but it does have you put a little bit of skin in the game, so you're not going to do it if you don't really want the permit. And that seems to have worked out quite well. So we've got that. How are we doing on time?
2.5 minutes.
Okay, great. This is the time of year when all the little baby critters are on the ground, okay? So if you find a bird, on the ground, a fledgling bird or something, and it's hopping around, flapping its wings, leave it alone. Now, if it's real obvious that it's been injured, you see that it's, bleeding or, maimed or something, well, that's a little bit different. But by and large, those are probably fledglings that are just out of the nest. That's nature's way of that bird getting exercise and practicing. Mom is probably right nearby going to catch a worm or some kind of food for it or whatever. Leave those things alone. Same thing with fawn or any baby wildlife. A lot of times folks will see a spotted fawn on the ground and it's, mom is not around and they think it's abandoned, so they want to leave it alone. It's probably not abandoned. Now if it's a highway situation and you see mom's, been hit by a car, I don't mean that. I mean in the field or in the woods or something. Leave those alone. Mom has just scooted off because she heard you coming. Their instincts tell her to survive so that she can come back and take care of the young. So as soon as you leave, she'll be back. Yeah. Things will be good there. Bears. Now this is another one. This time of year is when the
walking across the bridge.
Well, the juvenile male cubs, and every other year is when bears have their litter. So the young will stay with mom in the den for 2 winters. At the end of that denning season, she lets the females stay with her, but the males, the young, just almost 2 years old, just over 2-year-old males, they have to go. They have to go find their own range. And she kicks them out of that area, and they have to go find their own. Well, they don't know a whole lot yet. I mean, they know basics, but they don't know how to forage really well. So they're going to smell food, and it might be a dog dish or a gas grill or a bird feeder or
15
something.
seconds.
And they're coming to you. So if you see those things, give us a call. We'll take care of it. Let your neighbors know. Don't leave pet food out, that kind of stuff.
Real quick, phone number, about 10 seconds.
My phone number, 870-321-5548. The hotline again is 1-800-482-9262, and the website is agfc.com.
I got enough time to say goodbye. See you tomorrow.
See you in 2 weeks.